What's up, y'all? What's up? This is your girl, Little T Bicky, TT, that's me. And this is my show, Perspective, y'all. And guess what? I have a new person here on this deal with you, as you can see to my left hand side, man, and it's going to be a blessing for you. Okay, now before we get started, I just want to let y'all know that this is show Perspective. It's about you telling your story from a perspective of a grace of God, of looking back in your life. There are things that God has done. There are things that he has kept you from. There are ways that he has watched over you and you didn't even see it. You didn't even recognize it until later on in your life. Some things we don't get right then and there, but later on as we look back, we see things that they were done for the glory of God. So this show right here is for you. If you want to be a guest on the show, all you got to do is go to B as in Brick, F as in Frank, Productions with the S at the end of it, 2022 at gmail.com. Send me a small snippet of your story and we'll keep in contact with you, all right? So we can get you on as a guest on this show. All right, so let's just start it off, y'all. The person that I have next to me, all right, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna say this a little bit. Okay? When I first met Checo, okay, that's his name. All right, when I first met him, I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, I looked at you from a fleshly point of view. I said, this is another man, because this is another man that he gonna be, he don't even like gay people. He don't even like, women, he got a problem with me and this, because I'm first not meeting him, and he had to drive me on this long road. You remember that?
Yeah, it was like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
We talked about everything.
Yeah, we talked. That's when we got to know each other. And so from seeing him, from seeing the tattoos, from seeing, his big body form, I'm like, this is a gangster dude. My mind went into this place. But having a conversation with you, it opened up the doors for a lot of things that I didn't know. I was panicking because I was like, we weren't going to make it because he drives slow. But he drives like me. He drives cautiously. He drives like me, which is good. But I was like, we weren't going to make it. And he kept telling me, have faith, believe. And these words coming out of this man that I saw, it did something for me. So y'all, I want y'all to welcome Checo to this whole deal.
Yeah, my name's Sergio though.
Okay.
Sergio Salazar. But they do call me Checo since I was a little kid.
Where you get Checo? Yeah.
No, it's just a nickname for Sergio. Like my uncle's name is Sergio. We call him Theo Checo.
Oh, Theo Checo. Okay.
Yeah, Uncle Checo.
That's what I'm saying. Theo is like Uncle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like a nickname.
Yeah.
And to mostly Sergios. 99% of Sergios, they call him Checo.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. New stuff. All right, Checo. So let's start with being born. How do you come into this world? Like, was it anything like,
No, it was an accident, to be honest.
You was an accident?
Yeah, all three of my brother, my sister, and my two brothers, they were planned. But it was an accident. My mom wasn't supposed to have no kids, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like they told her she only could have like 3 kids. After the third one, they said, you know how they tell women that they can't have any more? Well, that's what they told her. And she didn't even know she was pregnant until like 3 months.
Really?
Yeah.
So what are you? Are you like the middle? You're the
No, the last.
The last?
Yeah, the youngest.
Oh.
August 21st, 1996.
Damn, man.
Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, my dad was a bad influence. A good also because of tattoos and some wisdom, but everything else is not as it portrays to be. To be honest, yeah, he acts like he's a nice, cool guy, but then when the doors are closed, he kind of crazy.
Yeah, he's kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, he really is. So
oh, okay.
Like growing up with that man,
was
like a trauma. You know what I'm saying? Be driving down the street, he's cheating on my mom. You know what I mean? And he takes it out on her because she started cheating on him. You know what I mean? So he didn't like that.
Yeah.
The man driving down the freeway, tornado and everything, putting a gun to her. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Yeah, it was a Beretta 9 with a silence.
And you saw that?
Yeah.
As a child?
Yeah, white blazer. I remember everything. Ever since I was like 4, I probably remember everything.
So give us an example, like not example, but take us back into that car. Your father holding this, like, take us back to that moment.
Oh, he just wanted pity, to be honest. Like my dad, he was narcissist real bad.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I try to break those traits too, because I'll never want to be like him, to be honest.
Repeat the cycle.
Yeah, I've seen him do the most outrageous stuff like no human should be doing, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why I don't look at my dad like a father. Look at him like a friend.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy, yeah.
Don't no father give you a gun and be like, here you go, Miko. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's not a father. And then you have your mom screaming not to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's how crazy he was. We'll get jumped in school or something like that. And he'll
Mhm.
try to just give us something to, you know what I mean?
Damn.
Like, that's his main perspective. Hey, if something happens here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So did you find out, does he have like a bad growing up? Like, did he have it hard? Did he go through some shit?
My grandma used to treat him bad
Mhm.
also, like he wasn't worth nothing.
Really?
Yeah, she treated everybody else better than him.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But I think it's because she hated my grandfather. He was the nicest man in the world. But he died from cancer.
Mm.
But she treated him like trash.
Yeah.
Like, no show, no emotions, no love, not let him hug her. You know what I mean? Nothing. And he was so sweet.
Yeah.
That's why they always say they take the sweetest persons first, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I have memories since forever.
Yeah.
But to be honest with my dad, man, I don't really like talking to him anymore because he's still in that stuck in them ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He hasn't learned his lesson.
Okay.
After the police broke the door down to the house, I was like 6.
Mm-hmm.
I look out the window, I see the police running inside the door, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then they break it down and my mom's gone. She was with the detective.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, you mean like together?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Right when she left, my dad took her to work. And right when they left, they busted the door. And when I seen him, it was Detective Benson. I don't remember his name.
And you remember his name too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to be honest, ever since I was young, I don't know what it was, ever since I was like 5,
Mhm.
my brother almost shot me in the head.
Dang.
I was laying in bed. He was playing with a .38 revolver and it went off. And it was like a couple inches from my head. But that's happened to me plenty of times.
Yeah, recently something just happened, right?
Yeah, the next door neighbors, somebody that they know shot a gun through the wall and it bounced, it ricocheted everywhere. It was a 22.
And he was in here by himself. You
Yeah,
know
it
what
was
I'm saying?
like 2 feet away. And I was just playing the game.
Yeah.
And when I seen it, I kind of got mad. I was like, I already knew I wasn't stressing about not getting hit because I know God got me, you know?
There you go.
Yeah, it's because ever since that shit been happening, that's why I stay in the house and I tattoo just to keep by myself. I don't have any friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because all my friends I've had, they've either betrayed me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like being around people. Only certain people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That have wicked ways.
Yeah.
That's why I just stay to myself, to be honest. Even with my brother, my older brother.
Yeah.
I remember all the stuff that he's done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just talking to somebody and you know all the stuff that they done, you don't want to talk to them. You know what I mean? You don't want to go backwards instead of you want to go forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, he is my brother. I do love him, but he just looks at me sometimes like if I'm just a normal person, not his brother.
Yeah.
When he started certain shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
But I understand, yeah, because my dad raised him the
That
same
way.
way.
Mhm.
Yeah, giving him guns.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? What's it called? Glorifying that life.
Mm-hmm. Were you born here?
No, not in Texas. In Birmingham, Alabama. Yeah.
Alabama.
Yeah, my mom's from Birmingham, Alabama. My dad's from Brownsville.
Okay, Brownsville is where it's like Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
okay.
where by the Mexican border.
Okay.
In Matamoros. To be honest though, it all started when I was young. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, what do you mean, like, started, like, how your dad was, but...
Yeah, he would beat on us too. Because he would lose stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He would lose keys to the four-wheeler
Mm-hmm.
and just automatically say it was us and then just beat the shit out of us.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, he was not happy. He wasn't a happy person.
Yeah.
I've seen this man dump 11-year-old month baby,
Mm-hmm.
right,
Mm-hmm.
in a big 50-gallon, you know, like the trash cans, but they put water in it.
Yeah.
In Mexico, this man dumped the baby in her and was laughing and then took her out. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Yeah, and he was laughing and looking at me like, I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Are you literally meant to be
Yeah.
ill? Why would you be doing that to 11? Because he wanted to be with the girl, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is my brother's big mama. And she had another child, so he was kind of mad. Yeah, he wanted to be with her. He wanted to be with every girl, to be honest. And I mean, like,
So daddy was a player, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But my mom,
player.
yeah, it all started with my mom. They moved from Birmingham to Texas with my grandfather. But it really wasn't her dad, but it was her stepdad, but which is my papa. He passed away. But most of my family on her side is black. You know what I mean? They're mixed cousins, uncles, nieces, nephews. So they all went to Texas. And to be honest, it was like a movie. My dad said he was driving. He seen this white girl, blonde hair, in the back of the car like this. And he drove by. He just kept, starstruck. So he made a U-turn.
Yeah.
Tell me why this man found out that she stayed like across the street from them.
Whoa.
Yeah, he used to inject from her. Like, this man was wilding out. Like, he said it was coke, but I don't think it was coke.
Yeah, not injected in, right?
Yeah, and it was like a movie. He found out. He was like, who's this black man and this white lady with this girl in the back of the car? Yeah. So he wanted to figure it out. You know what I mean? But they lived across the street from each other. My mom had a crush on him, and he had a Kiss shirt, and she wanted it. So she told her homegirl, "Hey, go tell him to give me that shirt he has on." My dad was like, "Oh, go tell her come here herself and tell me." Yeah. And he took it off and gave it to her when she came. Oh. You know what I mean? Like,
so it's almost it seemed like a romantic type shit down there.
Yeah, but
that wasn't really.
Nah. Right when he got with her, she was like 13. My dad was like 20.
Oh God.
And I mean, it's the 80s.
But yeah, they was marrying young anyway.
Yeah, and she wanted to get out the house because she almost got molested because my grandmother on my mom's side was kind of like a prostitute, to be honest. And she would have a lot of Mexicans at the house. You know what I mean? While my papa was at work, but like some Mexicans tried to follow my mom and rape her. You know what I mean? And my grandfather went over there with a gun and beat one of them up and somebody else. But it was just a whole bunch of bad stuff happening. You know what I mean? The environment you're in.
This all was in where? Birmingham, Alabama? Okay. Yeah. So that's where you stay mostly.
Yeah,
the young part.
Yeah, back and forth.
Okay. Now tell us when you got to the. And I know some of the story, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm jumping in. Tell us what happened when you went to Mexico.
Oh, I got kidnapped.
Now, what happened?
Oh, I just went over there to visit this time because I used to work in Mexico. Cause my mom, she took me out of school in 7th grade, sent me to Mexico, thinking it's a good idea. And I mean, knowing who my dad is, he put me in the cartel with my uncles.
So you was in the gang?
Yeah, no, the cartel, it's not a gang, it's worse than that. The name was Ociel Cardenas, Tony Tormenta, and my cousin. They used to run that whole little spot. Okay. You know them where them people got kidnapped, the Americans in Matamoros? 2 of them got killed, 2 of them stayed alive.
Really?
Yeah, 4 black folks that went to Mexico.
Oh, okay.
They had some surgery.
Okay.
Yeah, over there. And to be honest with you, I mean, I knew I've had faith in. Ever since I was young, when my dad got the house broken into and everything, that same day, I went outside and the drive-thru and got on my knees and tried to cut myself. Well, I did like this much with a razor because I was begging God, you know what I mean? Like, show me a sign to be real. Okay. I would literally yell at him and cuss at him and stuff.
How old was you?
Like 6, yeah, turning 7. Yeah.
So your idea of God, where did that come from? Did you already have that, or you just knew where that come from?
No, my grandfather, my papa.
Okay.
He always taught us how to be better. You know what I mean? Like a better father figure than my dad. Yeah. You know what I mean? My dad would treat us as like friends. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not, I mean, that stuff is not cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But to be honest, it was really traumatizing. You know what I mean? And I try to put everything in a box and just throw it in the back of my head. You know what I mean? Like, when I was 10 years old also, when it all started, I got beat with the chain, the stick, by my stepdad. You know what I mean? The person that my mom was with. And she didn't even know this man, to be honest. She only knew him because he would go to her work site, you know what I mean, where she worked at, like a Waffle House. And this man was homeless, to be honest, and she let this man get in the house. Yeah, she fell in love. She didn't want to be at home, which I understand now. I didn't understand before, but now I understand. But she didn't really do nothing, man. She just was brainwashed. She would let him do whatever, torture us, literally make us get in push-up position for hours. Wow. Try to overdose on sleeping medicine they gave me, because when he told us 5,000 jumping jacks or something like that, I was like, oh, all right, bet, I'll be back. Yeah. I took all the pills and I went back outside, and I don't remember nothing. All I remember was my mom putting me in the shower and trying to keep me up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But, I mean, that man acted like he was nice and everything. A month later, oh no, everything changed.
They always change, boy. True colors come out.
Yeah. But I mean, I've been with women that had children and stuff, and I would never do that. You know what I mean? Like ever, mixed children, everything.
Yeah.
And I've always been used. You know what I'm saying? I was 17, got with a girl, and she just used me for everything that I had. I would work 7 days a week. You know what I mean? Like a slave. And she was with my brother before, and I still accepted her like that.
Really?
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I just wanted to be in love.
Yeah.
Ever since I was like 15, I've been wanting to have a family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't want to be in no clubs. Been did that. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that stuff. It's dumb.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
But other than that, I be trying to be happy and have faith.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I've been, it was 15, 10 plus 25 years. 15. So that's 50 years and 3 different occasions that I beat. You know what I mean? I only did like 9 months out of it.
Yeah.
But
how many years? You saying what?
no, they tried to give me 50 years.
They tried to give you 50 years, but
no, I gotta have faith in God. Everybody kept telling me, "Oh man, Texas gonna pick you up."
Yeah.
I was like, I kept having that negative. I was like, nah, I need to stop believing what they say. It took me years, to be honest, to have faith in God. You know what I mean? Ever since I got kidnapped, I still didn't learn my lesson.
Yeah.
And I mean, everything that I've been through, I think it took me now to barely realize that God really does care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He be trying to wake me up plenty of times, and I just be like, it's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
But I know it ain't a coincidence, but to be honest, my faith came from jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How long was you in there?
Oh, 9 months.
9 months. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's what, okay.
But
and then that whole time, it's just like, what, God was coming to you, like, what was going on?
I stayed to myself. I wouldn't talk to nobody.
Yeah.
Everybody was curious about me, to be honest. I wouldn't talk to nobody. And ain't nobody even know I was a Mexican. You know what I'm saying? They thought I was white.
Yeah.
I
thought so too.
I was the only Mexican in there. Everybody else black, but everybody cool with me because they knew I did tattoos.
Yeah.
When I first went in there, like, oh, you did my tattoo? I was like, oh, what up, bro? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's how I kind of like it. But I don't, to be honest. I like the person I used to be, but I don't.
Yeah.
It's just the demons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The ego.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody has egos.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to kill them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the struggling actually kills it. Stressing actually kills the ego that you have inside.
Because you gotta come to life.
Yeah.
You gotta deal with what is.
Yeah, like everybody else, how they be having guns, they always show them.
Yeah.
Always doing all this dumb stuff. They want to prove a point to people, like if they have something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's pretty dumb, to be honest. You don't have to show nobody what you have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just it's the society, the internet, to be honest, to be having these people brainwashed.
Yeah.
They see a lifestyle that they want to live, but they can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not made for them.
Yeah.
And that's what's wrong with the society, to be honest.
Yeah.
They look at, oh, you got a nice car, oh, you got this, oh,
Yeah.
you got that. You know what I mean? And then they think good of you.
Yeah.
That don't mean nothing.
That don't mean
when you
nothing.
die, you don't take nothing with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's why I actually glorify life more. Because I didn't really, sometimes I do get mad and I say, oh, I'm getting tired of this shit.
Yeah.
But it's just a phase. It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like bipolar issues sometimes.
You think you got
Yeah, I know I do.
You know you do.
Yeah. Because then I'll be like, man, I don't want to do this shit. But then I'm like, all right, like, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I have
That's
to
not
keep.
bipolar, man. Don't believe them lies either. Shit. That ain't what it is.
Nah, I know.
You correcting yourself.
Yeah,
You're like,
facts.
man, I don't want to.
Yeah, because we're human and we're not perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody
We
has
gonna
issues.
think those negative thoughts. But is you continuing in those thoughts? No, I don't want to.
Nah.
This is what I want to do.
Sometimes I think about something, I'm like, man, I need to chill out.
Yeah.
I'm like, you tripping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have them conversations
Yeah.
with the negative and the positive.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of
They
like.
always down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm glad everything happened the way it happened. I've been through shootings, bullets flying in front of my face, ducking down, shooting back. You know what I mean? Because that's what the society that I grew up in made us do. You know what I mean? Make us think that it's okay.
Yeah.
You're a chump if you don't shoot back. You know what I'm saying? Or you're weak if you don't do it. You know what I mean? But to be honest, I don't really care about what other folks think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes I do. I'm like, oh, who cares?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We people, we human.
Yeah.
I was telling my coworker the other day that I'm one of those people. I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah.
And I
me
found
too.
this about myself. But I don't like that all the time because people take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's what I do too. And then I just tried to be like them, but then I can't.
Yeah, it's not.
So I wasn't raised like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My mom didn't do that to me like that.
Yeah. So I pray to be balanced.
Yeah.
Where I can be all right to say, no, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
and do sometimes do what it is I do want to please.
Yeah.
You know, I do want to make that person happy. So I learned to be balanced with it.
Yeah.
I still struggle with it, but I'm
Yeah,
better
it's
than I
hard.
was.
Yeah, it is hard to be honest.
Yeah.
Always trying to make people happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I've been working since I was 14 in construction and tattooing at our shop in Houston that we used to have. Just had problems with women. You know what I mean? Put stuff in their name and they take advantage of it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I learned my lesson. It only took me two women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, though.
Yeah, one of them shot at me.
Really?
Yeah, I had her name like 3 times, but I was dumb.
Oh, yeah.
And I got jumped by her baby. Well, not her baby. We got in a fight, and I dropped them 5 rounds, and then like 8 people started jumping me, and I had to shoot back. I went back there. I woke up, and I was like, "Oh, all right, bet." I went to the truck, grabbed the gun, and I started shooting the other one. They started running. But I think because they thought I was colored, that I was scared to fight.
Yeah.
But when they seen I had dropped him like 5 times,
yeah.
he tried to blame it on drugs. But I was on drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, y'all both on drugs, so nigga, it can't be drugs. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people don't like fair fights.
Yeah.
To be honest, they don't.
Not no more anyway. Before we was able to get out in the street and just tussle it out, but now shit, if somebody wanna.
Yeah, they get mad and they're like, "Oh, all right, bet I'll be back."
Yeah, it was this.
They don't know how to take an L. You know what I mean? Their egos get in the
Yeah.
way, and then they do it 60 years in prison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Took somebody's child away from their mother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't really like. I've seen death plenty of times. To be honest, it started when I was in Birmingham. I was outside. We lived right behind a police station, and there was a man running.
So you stay behind the police.
Yeah, I swear to you not. Birmingham police station. Man, this man was running down the street from a car wash, and then I seen somebody behind him shoot him in the head, and he dropped. You know what I mean? It's like Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
We used to live in this house, in this apartment by the school we used to go to. I swear to you, I was in first grade. My brother was in second, and my older brother was walking with us, and my 2 cousins. Man, tell me why we found one of our friends dead with a Uzi in his hand. Come to find out, the Uzi went off and it shot him in the head.
Oh.
We were walking through an alley like some movies.
Dang, like some true Boys in the Hood type shit. Yeah.
That's how bad Birmingham is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
That's some crazy.
yeah, that's how I moved away. You know what I mean? Because I used to drink a lot of codeine, and when that hurricane happened in Houston, I had left. I lost everything, to be honest. And I went to Alabama, which was it was a good idea, because that's what made me change my mind on the way of life, on the perspective.
And how old was you then?
I was 21.
21.
Yeah, 20 I think when I left. Because I remember August 21st when it was an eclipse or something happened, and I turned 21 on the 21st. Yeah. So it was 20 when I left. When the hurricane happened. But I lost everything. I went over there. First day you get there, you have to get a gun. So I got one for $50.
Why you say the first day you get there, you gotta get a gun?
Cause you go to the store, they literally, the skin tone of your color, they think you're weak, so they try to mess with you. Yeah, so when they see, they're like, "Oh look, Migo got a gun. Don't mess with him, bro." You know what I mean? So they're like, "All right, he's not a sheep." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to. It's like a jungle. You have to be a lion
Damn.
in that environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every time, cause my stepdad sells drugs and shit like that. I got a bad habit of drugs when I went there. Because I was like, "Oh, it's okay." My uncle gave me some white stuff. I thought it was coke, but then it was actually heroin. I mean, I snorted it.
Wow.
It's because that's how they get a lot of people. You know what I mean? I don't do that stuff no more.
Yeah.
Thank God. But the addiction was the best thing that happened to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Please explain it.
Because, to be honest with you, it kind of made me realize a couple times I almost died. You know what I mean? Your mom waking you up, "Are you okay?" Or I just wanted to make sure you're breathing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
Yeah.
And I got sick when I went to the jail the first time. I got off of it, but I tried to kill myself. Yeah. It's so funny because they put me in a cell that they didn't put nobody in for 3 months, and the glass was broke, so they put me in there by myself.
Really?
I tried to hang myself in there. Yeah, because the stomach problems that they have, when you're getting off opiates or anything like that, it's like the worst. Like a period, but 100 times worse.
Wow.
Throwing up, what's it called? No eating, no drinking.
Yeah.
You literally overdose from not having nothing in your system.
Wow.
Because I had tried to go like the third day, man, I almost died.
Yeah.
Being pale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I tried to get away from it. I tried to get off of it, but I couldn't. Like cold turkey, I couldn't.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I left. Because when I came to Houston, I ain't gonna lie, I had took Xanax. I almost died, I almost overdosed from trying to get off sick, not trying to do anything.
Yeah.
Xanax had took me off of it for like a week. I don't remember no pain or nothing.
And so, like now, you know, that's not something that you like gravitate to like you do, right?
Nah.
Well, I mean, I'm
sometimes.
saying,
Nah, sometimes I be down and I'm like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? Just reminiscing.
Yeah.
But it's just a phase, to be honest. Yeah.
Because it's something that you used to do, and it's like your body's telling you, you know, like we
Nah,
used to
you
do
know how
this.
addicts, they be like, oh, let me just do this one more time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. But no, because I used to smoke cigarettes, and I was a smoker.
Yeah.
Like all the fucking time. And I remember at the time, you know, like my wife was telling me, you know, like we need to get off of it. I'm like, no, fuck, I'm doing this. This is what I do.
Yeah.
I don't do shit else. This is what I do.
Yeah.
And it took a long time, but shit, now, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I think I asked y'all for a cigarette one time, and it was like it didn't do what it used to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was like periods of times where I was like, you know, yeah, I miss it. You know, I want it, but then when I did, it's like, no, you know, it took a minute.
Yeah.
You know, your body be wanting it because it's what it's used to.
Yeah.
But no,
It's a
nigga,
craving.
we don't want that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want that. It
Just
took a
being in your
minute.
mind, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm doing that same stuff, to be real. I be trying to stop smoking
Yeah.
tobacco.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just hard.
It is. Shit. It was hard for me because I thought I would never.
Yeah.
So that means for everybody, look, you can get off the opiates. You can get off the stuff that hard stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this shit ain't good for you. But I mean, if you can stop one thing at a time, dude, that's a step. It's all about steps. You ain't gonna be able to do it all at one time. That's not what it is. But no,
Yeah, but a lot of people get it mixed up. They be thinking I be using a needle in there. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Because they be like, oh, you used to be a heroin or a fentanyl addict. I'm like, yeah, but I used to snort it. And never, because
Put it in your veins.
Yeah, I promise my mama would never do that because she had always told me, you know what I mean? She never wanted me to get on that shit in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just hard, especially being in Birmingham. There's death all around you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You literally go outside to smoke a cigarette and you save, like, when I was in Alabama, I saved like 5 people. The sixth one I tried to save was my stepdad's cousin, but she already had like 3 heart surgeries. I tried to give her CPR and everything, cause she just died. She used to smoke crack.
Whoa.
Yeah, she died with a crack fucking in her hand. You know what I mean? And
Wow.
the whole month before she died, she would have the light on in the room. You know what I mean? And I think she knew, to be honest. She was scared to turn off the light.
Wow.
But being in that environment, to be honest, you just didn't want to live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know,
There's
you're
no
gonna,
hope in that.
yeah, there's really none.
That's
And
so
everybody
bad.
hates on other people. That's how they get in the shootouts and everything.
Yeah.
But I just hate it there.
Yeah.
Fairfield, Alabama is the worst. You know what I mean?
And when you left? Like
September. Oh, no. June, July. Yeah, July.
Of what year?
Last year.
So okay, you just left from
Yeah. But,
Okay.
Um,
Do you like it more out, you know, we're in Killeen now, but
yeah.
do you like it?
No, it's better than over there.
Yeah.
Same thing almost. I mean, it tells me when stuff happens like that, you know what I mean? That, hey, no matter where you go or anything, it still shit could happen, you know what I mean?
Well, that's true, you know, but
Yeah.
the stuff you
But
hear
having
about
faith.
Chicago,
Yeah, having faith. Yeah, it's like, Birmingham is like Chicago, to be honest.
That's where
see
you hear a lot of
yeah.
shit about killings and
a
stuff.
cousin that killed a brother, you know what I mean? And they get into it. I've seen literally 2 brothers arguing over money, $300. One of them shot the other, in front of the mom too. Shot one brother and then shot himself in front of the mother.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow,
in some
so
apartment
crazy.
complexes. Like,
That's crazy.
I started to realize, like, damn, man, nobody ever values life anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't think about it.
It's
But all I just took somebody's life. Imagine,
Yeah.
how would you feel?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know how I feel. I can't even kill certain things. I was like, oh, look at the little thing, you know.
But to be honest, in the Bible, when it says thou shalt not kill,
Yeah.
it says thou shalt not murder.
Yeah.
Kill, we kill stuff all the time to eat.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But when you murder, you can kill somebody in self-defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Murder is premeditated.
Yeah.
And thought about you actually
Yeah.
taking this person's life.
yeah, basically. And you have bad intentions, like you don't like them, you can't stand them.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I used to hate. I used to have hate in my heart. You know what I mean? So towards people, I don't hate nobody though.
That's good.
Because God don't like that.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to hate nobody. You're supposed to have love in your heart, which I try my best to. But this world is bad. You know what I mean? I see stuff every day. Be wanting to do stuff to certain people, when they be, especially when they touch children and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But it's just a bad world we stay in. You know what I mean? All the war and everything's going on.
Yeah.
Can't even walk outside your home. Like my mom right now, 4 days ago, the house bullet holes shooting because up and down the street. So that's why I'm glad I left. Up and down the street, they've been shooting back and forth at each other.
That's so crazy.
They'll live up the street.
Yeah.
I swear to you not, they'll be shooting back at each other and the police don't care. They know it's happening until somebody gets shot and killed though.
And then they want to come jump in.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's that crazy.
But I mean, I've saved a lot of people overdosing. You go outside and smoke a cigarette. The neighbor was overdosing outside. I went out there, saved his life. You know what I mean? But he was gone for like 2 hours. Another guy that used to buy crack with my stepdad pulled up in front of the house, and I looked outside. See, that's when I started to realize I started to change. Cause my stepdad, I told my stepdad, like, man, that nigga dying out there, bro. I don't know what's going on. He went out there. He's like, oh shit, that nigga overdosed. And I was like, man, fuck that nigga. I was like, let him die. You know what I mean? Since you want to go out here and do fentanyl and everything, which I was still doing the same, but not a lot.
Yeah.
he was overdosing, so he kept hitting the back, like shit coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was staying in the house, and I couldn't live with myself.
Yeah.
I was like, man, fuck that nigga, man, let him die out there. You know?
Yeah.
I really didn't say it.
Yeah.
But then, like, not even 30 seconds later, I was like, damn, man, let me go say this, man. So,
Yeah, you thought about it.
yeah, I went out there, took him out the car, gave him CPR and everything. It still wasn't working, though. So I called. I was still on the phone with 911. And the lady was acting dumb. Oh, who else is around you? I was like, don't worry about that.
Yeah,
Send,
this nigga died. Yeah.
Send the ambulance so they can bring Narcan.
Yeah.
To revive him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they brought Narcan. It took him forever. But everybody was standing around him. He woke up. They're like, oh, Lord, you're back.
Yeah.
They're like, you almost died. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy.
That sounds crazy. And you're a young man seeing all this.
Yeah, but, I mean, in Mexico, I've seen it worse. You know what I mean? The people that kidnapped me.
Yeah.
I was in a taxi, with the taxi driver going to go meet some people to work again, to be honest. But they stopped me. Oh, it looks suspicious. Because I had gold chains and, you know, like Jordans and stuff. They don't normally see that. They always think if you see somebody like that, they're working with the Zetas, it's like the enemies. They kill kids and everything. You know what I mean? But I went over there just to visit this time and I get kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? But the past, man, listen, when all that shit happened, I was gone for 3 days. Everybody thought I was dead.
Yeah.
Man, even I thought I didn't have faith at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I started to realize too much. Like, when that stuff happened, I was gone for 3 days. 2 of the groups that picked me up, that was watching me, knew me. Because one of them was with my sister before. Yeah. And, man, I went to go meet the boss, and it was my uncle. They had the shirt over my face, had the barrel, the AR-15 on the back of my head. Yeah. And my uncle was like, oh, what the white big boy do? Yeah. In Spanish. And when he took the shirt off, I was like, oh, they just got him for suspicious. And when they took the shirt off my face, he got mad and grabbed me by my arm, because I was on my knees. And he was like, oh, who the fuck grabbed my nephew and all this other shit. They called him on the radio. Yeah. And they killed 2 of them. They had 6 other people lined up against the brick walls. Yeah. And then the beach. And shot 2 of them. Shot and killed both of them. Wow. And then the 3rd one, they beat him with a 2x4. Dang. And I'm not gonna lie to you, my uncle gave me the 2x4 because you have to do it. Yeah. And I beat him in the butt. And until blood, purple, yellow, green, until white meat. Wow. Like 100 losses with a 2x4. And then he gave me $5,000. He's like, here you go, son, this is for what happened. Yeah. Thinking that shit was worth my life. Yeah. Asking me if I still wanted to work, I was like, let me think about it. Yeah. And then I left, I never went back. Wow. But to be honest, when that stuff happened, I was kind of happy. Because I actually realized God was real. I stopped believing in the Santa Muerte.
And what's that?
The Holy Death.
Okay.
What the cartel believes in, this on my neck.
Oh, okay.
It was like a Grim Reaper. Okay. But that's what it's called, the Holy Death. And I stopped believing in it after I had an outer body experience. Which I didn't know what that shit was, to be honest. I was stressing in a hotel with my ex and her son in the bed. and I was smoking a cigarette, looking at the ceiling. And right when I blinked, I was at the edge of the bed. I promise you, my right hand, God, I ain't lying. I was at the edge of the bed, looking at me and myself, her son, and then her next to her son. I was just looking around like, what? And I had the statue of her and something with it in the hotel room. Mm-hmm. And I promise you, my right hand, God, I can remember like it was yesterday. I was looking around, and then I blinked again, and I was like in a, you know how they say a tunnel vision? Mm-hmm. It was literally like in a tunnel, and a bright light at the end. Mm-hmm. But all I could see was the back of men and women's heads. Mm-hmm. Like you couldn't see their face, but they were facing forward, like in the lines. Yeah. They were all lined up. I was just looking around like, what the hell? Yeah. And when I blinked again, it's like my soul went back in my body. And I jumped up, and my ex was like, what happened? I was like, nothing. I had a bad dream. Because I didn't want to tell nobody to think crazy. Yeah, my brother had the same exact experience the next day. He said he didn't remember it though. I went to his house, he had a Bible out. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that must have been like, for me, understanding that, like, it's kind of like calling you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like giving you a premonition.
Yeah, because I always wanted to see if, you know, if we died, we really go somewhere. Which is, now I know was for fact. Yeah. Which is, well, not for a fact, but a faith. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of people lack of, faith. Yeah. Basically, let faith run my life now. You know what I mean? When something happens, I tell her, don't stress. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because when you stress, that means you didn't have faith. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're supposed to have faith. Yeah, the same day that car messed up, I drove it before, and I told her, I was like, hey, you gonna have to fix that car. Mm-hmm. She thought she was gonna go to work. Same day she got a loan, and you know who was telling her, don't get it. And I was like, man, you better take that. Girl, you need to fix your car. It's not gonna go that long making that noise like that. And that same day it messed up, and she had the money to fix it. Yeah. But the lady was telling her, nah, girl, about you. I said, oh, didn't take that. Yeah. Girl, I told her, I was like, you ain't the one that have a car. Yeah. Yeah. This takes her and you to work, so I don't know what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, she always worried about herself. And that's why I try to tell her, can't help nobody, man. I try to help my uncle, my auntie. The lights would be off, and this man talking about getting on some heroin. You know what I mean? They're like, man, baby, I'm shit. I'm like, I don't give a damn. You better get up, buddy. Go get some money, bro. Yeah. Lights are off. Yeah. Me and my stepdad paid our rent. Paid our side of the bill. Yeah. You need to get up on that couch and go get some money, get a mechanic. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not for real.
Yeah, like, damn.
Yeah.